releasing the muscles is one of the most important things we can do to correct our alignment. The psoas major muscle is one of the deep core muscles that actually is a very tight, gripped muscle on lots of people. It can even affect the lower back. It can affect the hip joint because it crosses both those joints. It stabilizes them, but when it's in an exhausted state or a tense state, it can actually harm that area. So this is an exercise that's going to help release that psoas major muscle. It's taken from the Vital Psoas Muscle book, published by Lotus, publishing from the UK, and North Atlantic Books. So, my friends, let's close the eyes. You can see the position that they're in. The feet are hip distance apart. I'm going to ask them to try a different position here, letting their knees rest against each other, separating their feet almost the width of the mat, and pigeon-toeing the feet. That allows the femurs, the heavy thigh bones, to rest against each other. Therefore, the thigh muscles can release the tension. Slavko, I'd like you to keep your arms where they are, because I think that would be most comfortable for you. Irum, can you cross your arms at your elbows and allow your hands to hang down toward the floor? So either position is acceptable. The position that Irum is in widens the shoulder blades. She can relax the rib cage and shoulder blades into the floor. Her fingers can be relaxed. But this position may be difficult for some people. If you've got tight shoulders, if you've got a larger chest. So Slavko, I've asked to demonstrate the alternate position. So with their eyes closed, soft eyes, feel that your eyes are just resting in cool pools of water. So those eye sockets are filled with clear, clean, nurturing fluid that the eyes can rest in. And begin to be aware of the breath, just how you're breathing, not forcing the breath in any particular way. Are you breathing through your nose or your mouth? It doesn't matter, not for this particular exercise. It's your own natural way of breathing. Do you feel your belly rise and then fall as you breathe? So feeling it rise on the inhale, not forcing that to happen. And on the exhale, feeling it fall. Good. We're going to take the attention to the center of the back of the head, where the spine starts. So way up at the cervical 1 atlas vertebrae. Think as you travel down through the cervical area of those 7 vertebrae, and then 12 thoracic vertebrae coming down through the shoulder blades where the ribs attach to, and then 5 larger lumbar vertebrae. So creating space by breathing in to that spine. And I want you to think of an energy line on the inhale that actually travels down from the top of the spine, down the spine, through the tailbone. And then exhale and relax. So energy line as you inhale, traveling down the spine. Good. And then after that nice cycle of energy traveling down the spine on the inhale, on the exhale, feel that the energy line travels up between the legs and comes up the front of the body. Not unlike if you had a jacket around you and you're actually zipping up the jacket. as if the jacket was helping hold your torso together. So the jacket in this case is really our spine and our rib cage, holding the torso together so all the muscles can let go. So can you feel that release? That energy line circles down and then around and up. Nice energy circle, cycling through the spine and then up the front. That allows the rest of the muscles of the torso to relax. And then feel as if the energy line is traveling from the shoulders through the arms for you, Slavko. And then Irum for you, energy line from the elbows down through to the hands, so that it feels like they just can give in to gravity and just be instead of tensing or working. Beautiful. So every once in a while you can go back to that image of that energy cycle. Seeing if you can release the front ribs, letting them soften together. With no tension in the lower spine, a nice neutral spine, whatever your natural curve of the spine is what we're doing here. Feeling the sacrum spread out on the mat. So the sacrum, that back triangle at the bottom of the spine, that forms the back of the pelvis with the iliac bones. That whole pelvic structure is heavy, so let it just sink into the floor. And then next, take your awareness to underneath the knees, as if someone's sliding a pole underneath the knees. Or even think of a coat hanger, where you can drape your knees and your lower legs over the coat hanger. And your thighs are hanging to the other side of the coat hanger. And then someone is holding the handle of that coat hanger up above you. So it's supported, and feel that your legs underneath the knees are supported. The lowered legs just hang to one side, upper legs hang down and fall naturally into the hip socket of the pelvis. So we're allowing now the femur, the heavy thigh bone is the heaviest bone in your body, both femurs to just fall to where they belong, which is in the acetabulum, the socket of the pelvis. And we're not using muscles now to place the thighs there. We're just allowing the skeleton to fall where it belongs. Another image for that is to think of a waterfall at the top of the knees, trickling down the thighs, then pooling, going right into that hip crease, and then the waterfall pooling into the bowl, that socket of the pelvis, where the femur can gently rest. And using the water image is nice because it's a lubricating idea. So keeping especially our heavy ball and socket joint lubricated is something that will keep us from arthritis. Keeping that synovial fluid, our lubricating fluid of the joints, juicy. And then think of the waterfall on the top of the knees traveling down the shins, the front of the legs, and then nice pools of water that your feet are resting into. Can be any temperature you want it to be. And then allow the feet to just spread out and rest in those nice, cool or warm pools of water. No tension in the toes or the arches. And every once in a while, do a body scan, just with the mind, going to different parts of the body to see where there may be tension still. And feel as if on the inhale you're breathing fresh, nurturing, new oxygen, even deeply on the cellular level into that spot. On the exhale, just letting go, letting that tension just be eliminated. Every once in a while, if one of the imageries worked especially well for you, go back to that. This exercise can be done daily, anytime during the day, by anyone, and allows not only the psoas, major muscle, but all muscles to take a break. When first practicing, one may experience physical discomfort, maybe even emotional release. But as you allow the body to give into gravity and let go, it does become balanced and receptive to its natural alignment. And when you do choose to come out of this beautifully relaxed state, remember not to sit up quickly, just roll to one side. And Slavko and Irum, you can do that if you're ready. Just to the side that feels right. And then gently let your hands help you up to a sitting position. And do that slowly and gently. You can even pause in fetal position. And if they turned around and we saw their beautiful faces, we might see no tension. How do you feel, both of you?
Relaxed.
Relaxed?
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
Delicious.